Good evening and welcome to the Biggs Gymnasium here at the campus of Viterbo University here in La Crosse, Wisconsin, as we have women's basketball action for you tonight. The Northwestern Red Raiders in town for their season opener to face off against the home Viterbo V-Hawks. Not their season opener. They have already had 4 games, and we'll talk about those games in a second. Going over the starting lineups right now for both squads. Northwestern is coached by Chris Yaw. It's his first season of his second go-round. So he was the coach before and is coming back for his second stint with the Red Raiders. Won a national championship with the Red Raiders in his first go-round back in 2012. And here are your Viterbo V-Hawks starting lineups. And there are the starting lineups. The head coach for the V-Hawks, Jordan Scarr, in his first season, comes from St. Mary's University of Minnesota. And we're just about set here for basketball action, mentioning Coach Yaw with the Red Raiders. During his first tenure, from 2011 to 2021, qualified for the national tournament 7 times, reached the Fab Four 3 times, and won it all in 2012. My name is Tommy George. We're about ready for tip-off. Glad to have you aboard as the Viterbo V-Hawks and the Northwestern Red Raiders are underway. And it'll be Viterbo controlling the tip. And they're over here to Carly Drew here on the near side. Drew gets it in to Hughes. Hughes in trouble in the corner, gets it back to Drew. Drew looking inside, nice turnaround jumper. Teco Foley with the first basket of the night. Nice little turnaround jumper. Viterbo with a 2-0 lead. Red Raiders quickly down the floor. On the offensive end, this is Wolbig. Wolbig with the jump shot, short. Rebound, Teco Foley. Viterbo looking to run. This is Gadel, had it knocked away, and that's going to be a steal. That was Allison Piercy getting in, gets it over to Emily Emily Turwee for the basket, and we're tied at 2s. Viterbo trying to respond, tied 2-2. Here's a 3-point shot on the way. Nora Tucker, and she'll drain it from the corner. The first 3-point basket of the night, Nora Tucker. And a quick response down on the other side, as that was Allison Piercy, and we have frantic action here. Back and forth. I'm trying to look down and do my stats and missing all the action. This one was tipped and knocked away. It'll be Red Raider ball. Viterbo with a 5-4 lead. Near side, this is Turwee. Up to the top of the key to Wolbig. Wolbig passes the corner. Piercy will launch a 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound battled for, and we're going to have a tie-up and a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Red Raiders. So a frantic pace to start tonight's game. 8:20 left in the first quarter. It'll be Red Raiders on the baseline. Nice little inbounds play, and that's a jump shot from Ashton Wolbig. Money from the elbow. Gives Northwestern the lead, 6-5. Hughes dishes it off, far side. That's Gadel. Gadel tried to get it inside. It got maybe some miscommunication with one of her teammates, as that's just going to go out of bounds, and a turnover on the V-Hawks. Foss brings it down for the Red Raiders. They'll pass it around the perimeter. Trying to get into the high post, that's Kluckstall. Kluckstall gets it to the low post, a nice turnaround shot, and what a move there by Emily Turwee, her second basket of the night. Nice little post move. Gives the Red Raiders an 8-5 lead. This one tipped, stays with the V-Hawks here on the near side. Carly Drew will throw in. She's the leading scorer for this V-Hawk team. Comes in tonight averaging over 8 points a game. Excuse me, over 10 points a game. This was a shot by Tucker, too long. Rebound to the Red Raiders. 10.5 points a game for Drew. This is a 3-point shot on the way. That was off the hands of Turwey, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for the Red Raiders. Kylie Foss was too strong. Viterbo comes away with it. This is Drew trying to get to the basket, turns around with the left hand and finishes. Carly Drew with her first basket. As I mentioned, the leading scorer for the V-Hawks here early on in the season. Did say it's the Red Raiders' first game of the season. It's the V-Hawks' fifth game of the season. They're 0-4, but when you look at the competition that they've played, number one, Dordt, the defending NAIA champions. Also played the 8th-ranked St. Francis squad. So they've had some tough competition. Here's a travel that's going to go against Wobig. And a turnover on the Red Raiders. So if you're Coach Scar, you're hoping that that tough schedule will help you down the line facing some upper echelon teams. They get it in. Tecco Foley passes out. 3-point shot on the way. That was off the hands of Abby Ward, no good. Rebound to the Red Raiders. Red Raiders looking to go quick. This is Foss, gets it out to Wolbig, 3-point shot, no good, and the ball's going to be out of bounds off of the Red Raiders. And we'll go to the V-Hawks. 8-7, Northwestern with the lead. 6:34 left to go here in the first quarter. Viterbo looking to slow it down now a little bit as Hughes will bring it across the timeline. Gets it into Tecco Foley. Foley from the high post. Turns, now going to go to work in the low post. Instead dishes it out. This is Ward. Gets a screen from Tecco Foley. The nice screen and roll. Gets it back to her. Tecco Foley up and in. Nice work on the inside. A nice little give and go or screen and roll. And Tecco Foley with her second basket. 3-point shot on the way. That was off the hands of Skiderman, no good. But another offensive rebound for the Red Raiders. 3-point shot on the way by Piercy is no good. And rebound battle for, ripped away by Hughes. Hughes all the way up ahead, and she will find a cutting Abby Ward for the basket. 11-8, V-Hawks with the lead now. Red Raiders get the ball down the floor quickly. 3-point shot by Piercy, misses everything, and that's going to be off of the V-Hawks on the rebound and stay with Northwestern. Tecco Foley will come out. Great start to the game for her. And she'll get her rest at 5:32 here in the first quarter. Carly Drew will also take a seat as the V-Hawks make a couple substitutions. Turwey got the inbounds pass off to Skiderman. Skiderman now to Wildstruck, the freshman. Went up, no good. Rebound to Kyra John. Three-point shot on the way is good. Shayna Williamson comes in and drains a three ball. 14-8, Viterbo with the first quarter lead. Woodstra passes over here. This is Skiderman near side, back to Woodstra. Woudstra. Now they get it inside. Turwey goes to work on the low block, up too strong. Rebound batted out of there by Marley Hughes, off of her, and that will be the ball will stay with Northwestern, and we have our first media timeout. 14-8, your score, 4:43. Welcome back to the Beggs Gymnasium here at Viterbo University. 14-8 your score. Viterbo with a first quarter lead. Combined record for the Viterbo Vhawks opponents to start the season, 7-3. We mentioned the number 1 ranked Dordt University, number 8 ranked St. Francis of Indiana. Grandview is 3-1. And so a tough non-conference schedule for these Vhawks. Again, Coach Scar hoping that pays dividends as the season wears on. Red Raiders inbounds, get a nice little inbounds play, and that ends up to Scheidemann, who missed the bunny, and it's off of the Vhawks. It'll stay with the Red Raiders. That was a good inbounds play. It was Scheidemann, I'm trying to read my writing here. Scheidemann, there we go, who came all the way across, missed the bunny though. Red Raiders with the possession again. Wolbig up top. This is Scheidemann, gets it inside, and a nice post move there. Turwey with her third basket of the night. 14-10 now, Vhawks with the lead. Viterbo looking to respond. This is Tucker. Viterbo goes around the perimeter. Williamson had it poked away. A steal there by Woudstra. And the Red Raiders looking to run up to Scheidemann. Scheidemann, nice little turnaround, finishes with the right hand. Margot Scheidemann, 6'1" freshman from Sioux Center, Iowa. Abby Ward on the near side, passes it up top to Tucker. Tucker, the Bangor high school graduate. Off to Williamson. Williamson's going to be fouled. We have our first whistle, our first foul of the game with 3:38 to go. So a pretty clean game so far. I believe that foul was on Woudstra. Viterbo from the baseline, inbounds. Around the perimeter, trying to get it inside. They're looking, trying to get it into Kyra John. Now the pass is deflected, but the shot clock's down to 3, down to 2 now. And this is going to be a shot clock violation. Good defense there by the Red Raiders. It was a tip away with about 6 seconds left. By the time that Williamson was able to get to it, only 4 on the clock, and she was 3/4 of the court away from the basket. Northwestern will get it on their offensive side of the court as Wolbig will pass in. And this is Potabaum. Back here near side. This is Scheidemann. Dishes back out. A little inside-outside game. It was Potabaum with the shot. No good. And here come the Vhawks looking to run, and what a great steal there. Woudstra went up high to get it. Viterbo had something there too. That might have ended in a layup if it wasn't for Woudstra getting up and deflecting. And here's a drive to the basket and a layup and in. Ashton Wolbig. The nice finish with the left hand. And we are tied at 14. Good response from the Red Raiders out of the media timeout. 3-point shot on the way, and that is good. Abby Ward from downtown. 17-14 now. Back inside go the Red Raiders, and that's a shot by Suisau. And she is fouled on the attempt. That'll be 2 shots. Aubrey Suisau, 5'10" freshman out of Harlan, Iowa. My broadcasting partner, Joel McCall from Harlan, Iowa. That's pretty exciting. Foul was on Kyra John. First team foul, and the first foul on John. So this is actually Aubrey Metzger, the 6'2" freshman at the free throw line. She'll miss the first. I was so excited to say Suisau because she's from Harlan, but looked at the number wrong. Both free throws missed. Empty possession for the Red Raiders. And Viterbo on the move. This is CeCe Davis. Davis off to Gadel. Gadel drives the lane, puts it up, uses the rim and finishes. Lauren Gadel. And it's a 19-14 lead for the V-Hawks. This is Potabom. Dishes it out. Three-point shot on the way by Woudstra. No good. Rebound comes down to Marley Hughes. V-Hawks looking to run again. 5-point lead late here in the first quarter. Three-point shot on the way from Gadel was short. Rebound to the Red Raiders. This is Piercy on the far side. Gets it to Potabom. Now it's Turwee. Off to Metzger. They do a little handoff to Woudstra. She ends up getting it over to Turwee. Turwee going to work and finishes with the right hand. Emily Turwee's been impressive here in the first quarter for Northwestern. 19-16 now. Davis gets it inside to John. John went up with the right hand, kind of a reverse layup, missed everything. And it was Potabom coming down with the rebound, and Carly Drew is going to pick up a foul. Second team foul, first one on Drew. 19-16, Viterbo with the lead, 1:10 to go here in the first quarter. Foss will bring it across the timeline for the Red Raiders. Wolbig off to Turwee. Piercy top of the key. Now they get it down low. Turnaround jump shot by Kluckstall was no good. Viterbo with the rebound. This is Drew. Pull up jumper from the elbow. Missed off to the left. Foss for the Red Raiders. Over to Piercy. Piercy will hand it off. They'll go all the way around the perimeter. Now to the top of the key. Piercy now will line one up. She lets it go long off the back iron. And rebound. Good battle there for the rebound by Tecco Foley. Good drive to the basket there. Turnaround J and good. Lauren Gadel. Back-to-back baskets for Gadel. And now they tried to pass it up ahead. The Red Raiders did. And instead it was Marley Hughes going up high, getting two hands on it, knocked it out of bounds. 5.3 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. 21-16. Viterbo with the lead. Coach Schuyler will go the substitution here as Carly Drew will take a seat. Chloe Oth entering. And that one's going to get tipped away. It recovered, and now shot at the buzzer is no good. Kluckstall, I thought she might have been fouled on that. There was no whistle, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 21-16, Viterbo with the lead. Welcome back to Viterbo University as we get set for the second quarter. Viterbo with a 21-16 lead over the Northwestern Red Raiders. A lot of basketball coming up for both these teams. Look at their upcoming schedule here. Viterbo has an exhibition on Thursday, November 6th at Winona State. Wednesday, November 12th, they will face Trinity Christian in the first conference game of the year. And Wednesday, November 19th, they are at St. Francis for a conference game. For Northwestern, they have the Pizza Ranch Classic. They host that Friday, November 7th, versus John Brown of Arkansas, and Saturday, November 8th, versus Grandview of Iowa. It is that time of year for basketball to start ramping up. Viterbo will start with the first possession here in the second quarter. And a nice little give and go in the finish. Marley Hughes. Nice set play there by Coach Scar. And Viterbo now with a 7-point lead. Three-point shot on the way by Wolbig, no good. Battle for the rebound, and that's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Red Raiders. Red Raiders will take it on the baseline. 3-1 set for them. Turwey up at the top of the key. Piercy will pass it along the perimeter, still trying to get it inside. Trying to get it to Turwey. She'll turn around, take the jump shot from the baseline, no good. Rebound comes down to Carly Drew. And Drew gets it up ahead. It was Tecco Foley who had beaten everybody down the floor. Overlay on the layup though. And possession to the Red Raiders. Red Raiders with a shot top of the key from Kluckstall, no good. Rebound comes down to Viterbo. Here's Tucker. Tucker dishes out. Gadel puts it on the floor with the left hand. Now comes back to the right and lays it up and in. A nice little one-handed shot. Lauren Gadel. And now we're going to have a travel on the Red Raiders. Emily Turwey with a shuffle of the feet. V-Hawks now 25-16, a 9-point lead as they look for their first win of the season. Volleyball team won in straight sets earlier. Hope you were watching that with Craig Otto on the call. This is Tucker. Gets it off to Gadel. Gadel back out to Hughes. Hughes was looking for a shot, didn't have anything. That's Drew on the far side. 5 on the shot clock. Viterbo running out of time here. Tucker gets it in, and that's going to be another shot clock violation. Got it in to Tecco Foley, but not enough time for her to go to work. And a turnover on the V-Hawks. So Red Raiders trying to cut into that 9-point V-Hawk lead. Here's a drive and contact. There was Wolbig going into Tecco Foley and drawing the whistle. She will go to the line and shoot two. Ashton Wolbig, 5'9" senior from Salem, South Dakota. First one is up and good. Second one is good as well, 25-18. Drew on the far wing. Tecco Foley gets it in the high post. She'll dish out. 3-point shot on the way by Gadel, no good. Rebounded by Tecco Foley. She had it blocked. Viterbo keeps possession. Drew will try from the baseline, no good. Tecco Foley again on the offensive rebound and finishes this time. Boy, is she active on the inside. Red Raiders quickly down the floor. Here's a drive. Shot was no good. Rolled off the iron. 3-on-2. Viterbo has numbers if they want it. And instead, they're going to have a turnover as Nora Tucker was trying to dish it off to Marley Hughes. The problem was Marley Hughes had not reestablished herself from the baseline. And that'll be a turnover. 27-18, Viterbo with the lead. Looking to go inside now are the Red Raiders. They get it in to Kluckstall. Kluckstall missed. And on the rebound, it's going to draw a foul. So Kluckstall had it down in the low block. Got a pretty good shot. Missed the shot, and on the rebound, gets called for the foul. And Aubrey Metzger will check in for Kluckstall. 7:16 to go here, first quarter. This is Drew on the far side. Another give and go. Tried to get it to Marley Hughes, and she did. Hughes went up and was just in all kinds of traffic, had that ball knocked away. However, Red Raiders turn it over, and V-Hawks will maintain possession in the front court. Drew looking to pass in. finds Hughes. Hughes had it taken away. Nice defensive play there. Couldn't control it, though. That was Ashton Wolbig flying in. Did a good job defending the pass. Unable to secure it, though. Viterbo will throw in with 26 on the clock, shot clock. And again, pass knocked away. This time it is secured by the Red Raiders. That was Piercy who got the steal. She gets it off to Kylie Foss, who drains the three. And Viterbo with some passes that were not strong enough to get through. And the Red Raiders make them pay. 3-point basket makes it a 6-point game. Look at the give and go there, though. What a pass from Nora Tucker into Tecco Foley. And a nice response by the V-Hawks. Could tell the Red Raiders want to go inside. Here was a shot attempt. That was by Aubrey Metzger. She went down to the ground. They're actually going to get an offensive foul call. It looked like Metzger was tripped on that. But instead, the offensive foul call against the Red Raiders, and the V-Hawks will take possession. Coach Y'all looking for an explanation on that, too. I need one, too, on that. Drew on the far side, now going to get double teamed, doesn't care, goes up anyway. Tried to put it off the window. A little too strong, rebound to the Red Raiders. Wolbig with the left hand, pull-up jumper, left everything short. Gets it back. She'll try a three-point shot now and hit that. How about that? Ashton Wolbig. Air ball from the high post. Instead, gets it back beyond the arc and drains it. There's a nice shot, fake and go. Nora Tucker got all the way to the basket. Overlay, though. Rebound to Kylie Foss. Red Raiders looking to go quick. Foss with the little pull-up, no good. And a battle for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. Alternate possession will favor the V-Hawks. 29-24, Viterbo with the lead. 5:31 to go here in the first half. John will check in for Tecco Foley. Tecco Foley's been impressive, the junior out of Rosemont, Minnesota. Drew on the far side. Gets a screen from John. Pull-up jumper. Too strong. Rebound comes down to Turwee. Red Raiders looking to run again. Potabom having all kinds of issues with it, and that will go out of bounds. Potabom tried to get it off to Scheidemann. And misconnection there. Turnover on the Red Raiders. Coach Scar going to the bench here with 5:08 left to go here in the first half. Marley Hughes, Chippewa Falls native, will bring it across the timeline to Drew on the far side. Drew finds John. John out to Hughes, back into John. Is John going to go to work? Boy, had position there. Don't think she knew how open she was if she would have put it up. Instead, it's a three-point shot by Davis that rolls off the front of the rim. Potabom finds an open Scheidemann. Three-point shot on the way. Off the back iron. Viterbo comes away with it. Now looks up ahead, and wow, what a rejection there. That was Allison Piercy going up high, getting the rejection. And now the Red Raiders with possession. Get it into the low post. The shot was up and no good for Turwee. And we hit our media timeout. 29-14 Viterbo with a 5-point lead. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Viterbo Women's Basketball live on the YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Beggs Gymnasium here at Viterbo University. Exciting first half here between the V-Hawks and the Northwestern Red Raiders. 29-25, Viterbo with the lead. We'll have stats for you at halftime. And more as there are also some other games going on in the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference tonight. St. Xavier is at IU Columbus. Grace is at Holy Cross. Indiana Northwest is at Indiana Wesleyan. Judson is at Bradley, and Trinity Christian is at Clark. So lots of basketball action tonight in the CCAC. Viterbo with the 5-point lead and the ball. This is Shayna Williamson. Williamson out to Ward. Ward for three, too long. Rebound to Potabaum. Potabaum pushes up ahead. Scheidemann. Now they swing it to the other side. This is Woudstra now. They get it inside to the post. It's Turwey. Turwey with the spin to the left. No. Rebound to Williamson. Williamson up ahead quickly to Ward. Ward all the way across, and the pass too high. Not enough on it. That allowed Piercy to get in and steal that. And some miscommunication on the fast break attempt there. Red Raiders able to chase it down and keep possession. Now they find a cutting. Woudstra missed the layup though. Back out. This is Potabaum. Inside to Turwey. Turwey, low block, too strong. And battle for the rebound. It'll stay with the Red Raiders. Coach Yaw going to bring Metzger back in. Potabaum finds Metzger. Metzger misses the little jumper. Viterbo looking to run. This is John with the left hand. No. Metzger rebounds. Potabaum across the timeline for the Red Raiders. Piercy off to Woudstra. Woudstra, you can tell they want to try and get it inside to Metzger. Here is a tip and a deflection. This is Hughes with the left hand. Left it short. Viterbo with some opportunities here, not taking advantage, trying to extend that 5-point lead. They get it to Metzger on the low block, and she's going to get called for the travel as she lost her pivot foot. And another turnover for Northwestern. 2:33 to go here in the first half. So at halftime, we'll go to our wonderful sponsors, and we'll come back with some halftime stats and get you set for the second half. This is Williamson. Up top to Hughes. Hughes will hand it off to Davis. Davis on the far wing. Davis tries to go to work. Now we'll get it off to John. Shot clock running down at 7. It'll be Williamson with the shot, and she'll finish. Shayna Williamson with a nice drive and a floater. That goes through 31-24. Viterbo with the lead. Here's a good drive to the basket by Wolbig, and she's going to draw the contact. She will go to the line for two. Got Williamson on her hip, and nice job by Wolbig going right to the basket, forcing the contact. Shayna Williamson picks up her first foul. As we're seeing mass substitutions now for the V-Hawks with 1:54 left to go here in the second quarter. First free throw is up and in, 31-25 now. Second one is also up and in, so 2 for 2 at the line for Ashton Wolbig on that trip. Metzger will check out. Ashley Nikolai will check in for, nope, check that. Metzger will check out. Jenna Kluckstall will check in. There we go. Hughes on the far side. Gets it off to Drew. Drew to Gadel. Gadel with a beautiful pass into Nora Tucker. Boy, what a look from Lauren Gadel. And Tucker will be rewarded with 2 free throws. It was a great cut to the basket and an even better find. And Tucker will try to cash it in. First one up and good. Nora Tucker, 5'8" junior from Bangor, Wisconsin. Second one on the way is good. Nora, part of those amazing Bangor girls basketball teams that they had for quite a while. They made a number of state tournament appearances. Kluckstall, top of the key. Off to Wobig. Wobig with the left hand. Got too far under the basket, hit the bottom of the rim actually. And Viterbo comes away with it. Tucker to Drew. Drew with the floater, left it short. Fighting for the rebound. But it's Foss that came away with it. Foss all the way down, now dishes back out. Wobig on the drive, and she's contacted and fouled. Minute 2 left to go here in the second quarter. Only the 3rd team foul on the V-Hawks. But the second personal foul on Tecco Foley, and that's something Coach Scar will have to keep an eye on. Shot here for Wobig was long. Red Raiders with the offensive rebound. They've had a number of those here in the first half. But a travel turnover. Kylie Foss tried to stop too quickly. Picked up that pivot foot. And Viterbo will get the ball back. 52 seconds left. 33-26 lead for the V-Hawks. See him trying to set up with Tecco Foley on a little screen and roll. Lots of contact on the baseline, no whistle, and instead it's going to be a pass out of bounds off the hands of Tucker. Turnover on the V-Hawks. Shot clock still on, about 5 seconds difference between the two. Oh, that was Kluckstall. Went up the shot, got a block, got it back. And still a fight for the ball. Now the shot clock's off with 17 seconds left. Red Raiders really scrapping in there for these offensive rebounds. Here's a turnover though. Kluckstall turned it over. It was Gadel who came in from behind and poked it away. 4 seconds left. Gadel drives, tries to put it up with the right hand. No good. Tecco Foley with the offensive rebound. And the buzzer sounds, and that's where we'll end the first half. 33-26. Viterbo with a first half lead. As we get to halftime here at Viterbo University, we will go to our spot stats for you, and we'll come back, have halftime stats for you right after this. Halftime here at Viterbo University. V-Hawks with a 33-26 lead over the Northwestern Red Raiders. Let's take a look at some stats here. For Northwestern, it was Ashton Wolbig leading the way with 11 points. Emily Turwey on the inside had 8 points. Only 5 scorers for the Red Raiders and 23% shooting, 23.3% shooting there in the first half for the Red Raiders. In fact, 2 for 21 in the second quarter. And you can bet they're talking about that in the locker room right now. For the V-Hawks, balanced scoring. Teko Foley had 8 points. She led the way, but Lauren Gadel with 6. Nora Tucker with 5. Shayna Williamson with 5. Abby Ward with 5. And so you see multiple scorers. In fact, 7 in the score column for the V-Hawks, and they shot 45% in the first half. I mean, you talk about a 7-point game. One team shooting 45%, the other team shooting 23%. What's kept the Red Raiders in this? Well, they're out rebound on the offensive end. They're out rebounding Viterbo, so they have 8 offensive rebounds, and that's giving them opportunities to get second and third opportunities at the basket. But overall, rebounds are actually in favor of Viterbo, which I was surprised to see. So that leaves us at 33-26. We have about 5 minutes left to go before the end of half, so we might go back to our sponsors. I'm looking at my notes here just to make sure I got everything in, get some information on these two teams. We did mention Coach Scar. We will have an interview with Coach Scar at the conclusion of this game. I'm excited for that. Comes to us from St. Mary's University of Minnesota. Also, he's 5 years as an assistant there. Also spent 3 years as an assistant at Valley City State University and a couple years at UW La Crosse as an assistant. And at Bangor High School, we mentioned Bangor during the broadcast there. He was there 5 years as an assistant. Has coached 9 all-conference selections, 2 all-rookie honorees, 1 newcomer of the year. He also assisted in achieving the 6th best win turnaround in NCAA Division III women's basketball. Scar graduated from the University of Dubuque in 2009 with a degree in health and wellness. Was a member of the baseball team and also coached baseball for 2 seasons at GET, Gay Electric Trempealeau High School. So that's some information on new coach Jordan Scar. I think what we'll do, we'll send it back to our sponsors here, and we'll come back with the conclusion to this exciting matchup here at the Biggs Gymnasium. Second half just about to get started here at Viterbo University. As you see, the Vhawks meeting before the third quarter. The Red Raiders still shooting, and that's probably because they shot 9.5% in that second quarter, so getting up as many shots as they can on these unfriendly rims for the Red Raiders in that second quarter. 33-26. Mentioned the leading scorers. Ashton Wolbig for the Red Raiders leads all scorers with 11, and Perla Teckel-Foley has 8 for the Vhawks. Heard me mention Carly Drew, number 33 on your screen there. It was a 2024-2025 team scoring leader last year for the Vhawks, all freshman team in the conference, honorable mention in the conference. As she's starting her sophomore year here. Teckel-Foley, field goal percentage leader last year for these Vhawks. Played in every game last year. And you would imagine she'll play in every game this year as long as she stays healthy, which hopefully she does. And we're underway here in the second half as the Red Raiders trying to eliminate that 7-point deficit. This is Wolbig, passes up to the top of the key to Piercy. Piercy tried to go all the way in instead of to dish out. Shot on the way by Turwey is no good. Rebound Teckel-Foley. Viterbo looking to move quick. It was the Red Raiders that were moving fast last time. Here's a shot with the left hand. Count it for Nora Tucker. Through the contact, and a three-point play opportunity for the junior. Boy, what a move that was. Used her body so well, shielded the defender, and finished through the contact. Foul win on Allison Piercy, that's her first. Tucker misses the free throw, and here come the Red Raiders quickly down the floor. They run that break off of the missed free throw, and it's Emily Turwey who is able to finish. Nice little turnaround shot there, 35-28. Vhawks across the timeline. Gadel picked up her dribble, now gets it off to Drew. Drew on the far wing to Tucker. Hughes with the left hand, cut off. Gets it off to Teckel-Foley. Shot from the free throw line, too long. Red Raiders with the rebound. Foss dishes off. Piercy for three, back iron. Rebounded by the Red Raiders, who continue to crash the offensive boards. Piercy back up to Wolbig. Wolbig, nice look inside. And the finish by Jenna Kluckstall. What a pass that was. And Kluckstall cashes it in, 35-30 now. Gadel gets it to Tucker in the corner. Now Gadel gets it back, and that's going to be off of Gadel's foot, a turnover on the Vhawks. Drawing the ire of Coach Scar. Red Raiders across the timeline, that is Foss. Ends up in the hands of Piercy here on the near side. She'll get it to Wolbig. Wolbig will line up a three. She'll miss. Ball bounces off to the right side, and Marley Hughes able to secure it. Marley Hughes will keep it herself. Get it off to Gadel. Gadel to the high post, now with the spin, now spins back the other way. Hits the back iron. Rebound to the Red Raiders. Foss being defended by Hughes, dishes off now. That's Turwey on the far side. She'll try to go to work. Kluckstall with it, gets it to Turwey, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. That's going to go on Lauren Gadel. Lauren Gadel's first foul, first team foul on the Vhawks. Four low set for the Red Raiders. They get it in. This is Wolbig. Nice dish off to Turwey, who misses the layup, but right there is Jenna Kluckstall. Back-to-back baskets for Kluckstall. 6'1" junior out of Jordan, Minnesota, and we have a three-point ball game here. And here's more defense. That's going to be knocked away. Kylie Foss getting all up into the business of Marley Hughes, able to tip that away, but it went off of Foss. The Turbo will throw in from the baseline. They find Gadel. High post. Back to Hughes. Hughes finds Tucker, top of the key. Tucker into Tecco Foley. Tecco Foley with the turnaround jumper, and it's good. A big basket there for the V-Hawks. 37-32. This is Piercy. Passes it off. It was Turwey who had a hard time controlling it. Now pass is tipped. They're going to say not over and back because the pass was deflected. Wolbig. This is Piercy now. Piercy off to Wolbig. Wolbig drives the basket, draws contact, and will go to the free throw line. Good move there by Ashton Wolbig. Went with the left hand and able to draw the contact with the body. Third team foul now on Perla Tecco Foley, and that is an issue. Free throw is up and good for Wolbig. See what Coach Scar does here. Is he going to roll the dice? 6:47 left here in the third quarter. Leading scorer for the V-Hawks in a little bit of foul trouble. Second free throw's up and good. 37-34. And after that free throw, we see John get up off the bench, probably going to replace Tecco Foley. Hughes in the corner, gets it down to Tecco Foley. She's blocked. Nice block there by Jenna Kluckstall, and here comes that sub we talked about. Kira John coming in for Perla Tecco Foley. The Hawks will throw it in from the baseline. They get it to Tucker. Tucker almost with a fake handoff to Hughes. It's out to John. John to Gadel. Gadel around the screen from John. Now back out to John. She thought about a three. Instead puts it on the deck. V-Hawks run it up against the shot clock. The three-point shot up by Hughes won't fall, and it's a rebound for the Red Raiders. Wolbig dishes to Piercy. Piercy for three, yes. Allison Piercy for three, and that ties the game. Red Raiders able to eliminate that 7-point halftime deficit, and now a ball tipped. Stays with the V-Hawks for the possession. 33-26 at the half. An 11-4 run for the Red Raiders coming out of the break. Hughes draws, and she's going to get called for an offensive foul. Put her shoulder down, was trying to get to the basket, and a little too much. Third team foul on the V-Hawks here in the third quarter. This is Foss on the far, excuse me, it's not Foss. It was taken away by Gadel. There we go. Turwey who had a turnover. Gadel able to get it. This is Carly Drew. Off to Gadel. Gadel with the left hand. She gets to the low block. Nice little step through, but missed everything. Rebound to Foss. We have a whistle and a foul. This is going to go on Gadel. Team's fourth. Gadel's second, both this quarter. And that's going to prompt a substitution from Coach Scar. Abby Ward will check in for Lauren Gadel. Kylie Frost brings it across the timeline, off to Wolbig. They find Turwey. Oh, nice look there. What a cut and what a pass. It was Piercy on the cut. And the pass from Aubrey Metzger from the high post position was a beauty. John tried to respond with a pass to Drew, and it got knocked away. Possession will stay with the V-Hawks, and we hit our first media timeout of the third quarter. The Red Raiders storming back, down 7 at the half. Only 4:59 left to go, or still 4:59 left to go in the third quarter, and the Red Raiders have a 39-37 lead. We'll be back after this. You're watching Viterbo Women's Basketball live on the Viterbo YouTube channel. 39-37, the Red Raiders of Northwestern erasing the 7-point halftime deficit. V-Hawks looking to respond. It has been a third quarter to forget so far for the V-Hawks. They do have possession, though, on the baseline as they try to stem some of the momentum that the Red Raiders have built here in this third quarter. Wonder what that halftime talk from Coach Yaw was like, because this team came out different here in the third quarter for sure. Well, it helps that the baskets are falling too. I mean, when you shoot 2% or 9%, makes it hard to do anything. This is John, dishes out to Hughes, back to John on the high post. Now back to Hughes, little two-player action, and it'll be John on the baseline who hits it. Kira John, 5'10 sophomore, Laverne, Minnesota, with the basket. Ties the game up at 39. Big basket there for the V-Hawks. They needed something good. Looking inside, and they were trying to get it to Turwey. It's knocked away. Good defense there by Abby Ward. It'll be Red Raiders ball on the baseline. Piercy to throw in. They'll find Metzger. Turwey from the high post, had it knocked away. Good defense by the V-Hawks. Here they come on the run, tipped away from behind. It was Hughes that was trying to get to the basket. Piercy able to poke it away. And now the V-Hawks will get it on the baseline. 4:18 to go here in the third quarter. Hughes to throw it in. Tried a little backdoor action. Red Raiders were ready for it. Tucker to the left hand. Now picked up her dribble. Has to get it out to Hughes. Hughes on the far side to Ward. Ward goes to the basket. No, but a foul. And Abby Ward will go to the free throw line. Abby Ward, the 5'9 senior from Marshall, Wisconsin, with a chance to retake the lead for the V-Hawks. Ward steps to the line. Couple bounces. And the first one a little too long. Boy, it gets quiet in this gym when the home team's shooting. I like it. Second one on the way is good. 1 for 2 at the free throw line for Ward, 40-39. And the Red Raiders quickly down the floor like they've done all night long. Wobig drives, dishes out to Piercy. Piercy puts it on the deck with the left hand. Off to Foss. Foss baseline, gets it out to Wobig. Wobig finds Piercy. Piercy for three, yes. Allison Piercy with her second three-pointer of the third quarter. And the Red Raiders back to a 2-point lead, 42-40. Ward had it knocked away. Metzger comes away with it. Red Raiders looking to run. Piercy for another one. No, this one hits front iron. Rebound, though, on the weak side. Skeideman was able to rebound. She misses a putback. And here come the V-Hawks. Tucker all the way, tried with a little scoop shot with the right hand. It was blocked by Skeideman. Back and forth we go here. Three-point shot, yes. That is Ashton Wobig for three, and that's a big bucket for Northwestern as they now take a 40, should be 45, shouldn't it? Scoreboard's up. The official scoreboard says 44. We have 45. I thought it was 45 too. Nonetheless, Red Raiders driving, and that's going to be Piercy drawing the contact from Shayna Williamson. And Piercy will go to the line. What a third quarter she's having. At the half, Piercy only had 2 points. She was 1 for 5 shooting, 0 for 3 at the three-point line, and she's flipped the script here in the third quarter. 2 3-pointers, 2 big 3-pointers, now going to the line. Look to extend this 4-point Red Raider lead. First one on the way is good. Foul will win against Shayna Williamson, her second. Piercy, the 5'8 junior from Spencer, Iowa, having a terrific third quarter here. Second one rattles in as well. 2 for 2 at the line, 46-40. Seahawks looking for something positive here. This is Davis. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound, Red Raiders. Red Raiders looking to run. Look how quick they get down the floor. It's Foss, and she'll finish with the left hand. Kylie Foss, coast to coast with the finish. Seahawks in danger zone here, 48-40. Tried to find John. That was Chloe off. John was open for a second, pass a tad bit late. That allowed the Red Raiders to get a hand in it and tip it out of there. Hoff will throw in from the baseline. The turbo in a 4-low set, get it to John. John finds Gadel. Gadel with the turnaround, and she is contacted and fouled. Foul's going to go on Jenna Kluckstall, and that allows Lauren Gadel to go to the free throw line for 2. First one on the way is good. Gadel, 5'11" junior out of Cadott, Wisconsin. Second one on the way is too long. Rebound comes down to Piercy. Potabom finds Scheidemann. Scheidemann gets it inside to Kluckstall. Now they find Piercy again. Allison Piercy is on fire. Her third three-pointer of the third quarter. 10-point lead now for the Red Raiders. Inside to John. Bunny's no good, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in. Kira John with the basket. 51-43. Red Raiders with the lead, minute 36 and counting here in the third quarter. Wobig drives, there's contact and a whistle. And they're going to give her 2 shots. Ashton Wobig able to drive the lane. And get to the free throw line. Wobig's first shot on the way is good. 52-43. Second one on the way is also good. 10-point lead now for the Red Raiders. Seahawks looking for an answer. Davis drives in, off to John. John with the turnaround hook shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Kluckstall. Kluckstall to Potabom. That's Carol Levitz on the baseline, and there's a whistle and a block call against Lauren Gadel, her third foul of this quarter. Coach Schuyler's got to just be hoping this third quarter gets over. 2 free throws coming for Ellie Karolevitz. 5'10" senior from Yankton, South Dakota. First one is too long. 53-43. Minute 10 left here in the third. Karolevitz's second shot is also too long. Gadel with the rebound. Gadel finds an open Williamson for 3. Shayna Williamson, what a shot that was, and badly needed for the Seahawks. 53-46. Wobig, the drive, no. Oh, offensive rebound. What a play that was by Carol Levitz coming in, saving the possession. They get it out to Kluckstall, who hits from the high post. What a play by Carol Levitz. 3 Seahawks standing there for that defensive rebounds. It was Carol Levitz who came flying in, and Kluckstall cashes it in for the Red Raiders. Into John. John dishes out. This is Gadel. Had it tipped away, knocked away, and Gadel's going to pick up her 4th foul of the quarter. Got the ball knocked away from her and then charges over the top at Jenna Kluckstall. It's going to put Kluckstall into the bonus. Tucker comes in for Gadel. Cluxtall's first one is good. 22.7. Shot clock is dark here for the rest of the quarter. Second shot is up and good. Quick sub for Coach Yaws. He'll bring in Aubrey Metzger to replace Cluxtall for the last 23 seconds. Chloe off. We'll bring it slowly across the timeline for the V-Hawks. Off trying to go to work. Being defended by Foss, and Foss able to get her hand in there and tip it away. Shayna Williamson from the near sideline. Finds Tucker. Tucker gets in, dishes out now. Davis for three, yes! CC Davis, the freshman, with a big shot to end the third quarter. That would count if it went. It did not go. And a 57-49 lead for the Red Raiders as they trailed by 7 at the half. They lead by 8 as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll be back for the money quarter right after this. Welcome back to the Biggs Gymnasium here at Viterbo University as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Red Raiders outscoring the V-Hawks by 15 in the third quarter, taking a 7-point deficit into an 8-point lead. The V-Hawks going to have to dig deep and come from behind here in this fourth quarter. Tecco Foley will check back in. They're going to go Tecco Foley and Kira John. Try and get two posts going maybe for Coach Scar. Hughes, far side wing. Tried to get it in Tecco Foley. Red Raiders were ready for it. Up ahead, all the way to the basket. That was Wolbig. She was blocked. Sent away by John. Possession will stay with the Red Raiders. One-three set for the Red Raiders. They get it into Wolbig. Wolbig tries to turn the corner shot. Does not fall, and Tecco Foley comes away with the rebound. Up ahead to Tucker. Tucker tried to dish it off. It was Drew that was cutting in. But again, the Red Raiders able to get their hand on it. Turnover on the V-Hawks. This is Foss. Pull-up jumper, no. Rebound, Tecco Foley. Lost control. John comes away with it. Drew now. Across the timeline. Turbo does not have numbers. Drew going to go anyway and looked like a rejection, but instead a whistle and a foul. And they're going to say before the shot, they're going to get body. I believe it'll go against Wolbig with a push. It was. And so no free throws. Instead, inbounds pass. John looking into Tecco Foley. Now she'll take a screen from her. Come back the other way. Drew thought about a three instead. Puts it on the deck. Pull-up jumper. No. Rebound out of bounds and off of the Red Raiders. 9:05 to go. 57-49. Northwestern with the lead. We get it into Tecco Foley. Out to Tucker. Tucker to Hughes. 4 on the shot clock. John has to go to work. Nice little running jumper and hits it. One-handed hook shot up against the shot clock. Kira John able to put it in. Cuts the lead down to 6. Piercy, who had a heck of a third quarter. Off to Wolbig. She'll try a three short. And that will be taken by Drew. Drew across the timeline. Tucker looking in, gets it to Tecco Foley. Tecco Foley hard off the backboard. Piercy all the way in and blocked. What a block that was. Marley Hughes comes flying in and sends Piercy's layup out of bounds. Kylie Foss to throw in for the Red Raiders. Get it into Kluckstall. Kluckstall gathers, goes up with it. No. Rebound to Turwey. Another offensive rebound for the Red Raiders. Turwey gets it back and she finishes. A lot of offensive rebounds for this Red Raiders team. And it kept them in the game when they weren't shooting well, and now it's helping them pull away as they have an 8-point lead. Hughes. Tecco Foley from the elbow, no. Rebound, Piercy. Foss up ahead. Turwey finds Piercy, that's her spot, and she hits it again. Allison Piercy with another three-pointer, and the lead now 11 for Northwestern. This is going to be a foul as Kylie Foss comes in across the arms of Hughes. Boy, how about Allison Piercy? 5'8" junior from Spencer, Iowa. Hurting the V-Hawks right now. Hughes gets it off to John. John tried to find Drew. Instead, it's taken away. Now it's poked out from behind. Possession will stay with the Red Raiders. Skydeman will check in. She'll replace Jenna Kluckstall. Foss across the timeline finds Wobig. Skydeman looks inside, finds Turwey. Turwey had it knocked away, but it's going to stay with Northwestern. .11-point ball game, 7:08 to go. Piercy inbound knocked away. Drew got up and got a piece of it. Possession stays with Northwestern once again. This time the pass goes up over the top of Drew. Turwey able to catch it. Piercy again. No, this one in and out. But another offensive rebound. Foss off to Piercy. Piercy off to Skydeman. She'll miss the three. Another offensive rebound. And this one dug out of there by Drew. Three-point shot by Drew. Short. Rebound comes down to the Red Raiders. This is Wobig. Wobig turns, finds a cutting Emily Turwey, and she is fouled. And we'll go to the line and shoot two. The offensive rebounds have really added up for the Red Raiders, and it has costed the V-Hawks tonight. Turwey's first one is up and good. Second one on the way. Hits the back iron, pops up and goes through. 2 for 2 for Turwey on that trip to the free throw line. 64-51 as the Red Raiders looking to pull away here. See if the V-Hawks have another run in them. Tucker off to Gadel. Gadel, turnaround jumper is short. Tecco Foley with the rebound, left the putback short. Still fighting, everybody on the ground. Now we're going to have a whistle and an alternate possession call, and it will go to the Red Raiders. Two pretty good shots, neither one went. Tecco Foley was able to get the offensive rebound. There have not been many of those for the V-Hawks, but couldn't cash it in. Left the putback a little short. Wobig will throw it, and now Viterbo will show some full court pressure. Wobig's pass went up over the top. Skydeman able to chase it down. Skydeman off to Woustra, and she puts it in. Put it on the deck, gets all the way to the basket. Jaylee Wallstra with the basket. 3-point shot on the way from Tucker is no good. Rebound underneath by Drew, also no good. Another second chance opportunity goes astray for the V-Hawks. Here's a turnover. Drew, 2-on-1. Finds her cutting teammate Hughes, who puts it in. And the 2-on-1 break works for the V-Hawks. Cuts it to a 13-point lead. Timeout by Coach Scar. 66-53, 5:38 left to go. We'll be back right after this. Back to Viterbo University, 66-53, the Red Raiders of Northwestern with the lead. It's been a second half explosion for this Red Raider team. We'll find out their shooting percentage here. We know what it was in the first half. It's going to be a lot better in the second half. Without even seeing the numbers, I can tell you that. Viterbo going to stay in their full court pressure look here and try and get some turnovers in the backcourt. As Viterbo looking for their first victory of the year. 0-4 entering tonight. This is the season opener for Northwestern. And Northwestern able to quickly break the pressure from the V-Hawks. Foss brings it down, gets it out to Wallstra, misses everything. And this will be off of, well, I don't think it was touched by anybody. All right, there we go. So Wallstra's shot goes out of bounds, and it'll be possession to the V-Hawks. Well, if you're going to make a run, you're looking at 5:28, down 13. It's going to have to start here pretty soon for the V-Hawks. Tecco Foley, the top of the circle. Off to Tucker. Tucker finds Hughes. Hughes will go baseline, give it back to Tecco Foley. Tecco Foley with a spin move in the paint and got the bounce to go. A nice move there by Perla Tecco Foley. Cuts the lead down to 11. More full court pressure. Again, Red Raiders able to break it rather easily. Wobig. As they pass around the perimeter. Foss, top of the key. Spin move, back into the paint, now dishes out. This is Wallstra. Wallstra looks inside, finds Turwey, who puts it up and in. Emily Turwey. And Viterbo cannot afford to go basket for basket here, down 13. Hughes off to Drew. Drew looks baseline. Now I'll come back the other way, get to the paint, find Tucker in the corner for three. Yes, a three-point shot for Nora Tucker. And a big one at that, cuts the lead to 10. Foss able to bring it across the timeline, facing that pressure from the V-Hawks. Three-point shot on the way. No, that was from Wolbig, but an easy offensive rebound for Scheidemann. And the putback is good. It's hurt the V-Hawks all night long. And I see Coach Scar frustrated. Just can't get a defensive rebound. This might have went off the official, and now we're going to have a whistle. And actually a foul against Northwestern. That's going to go on Margot Scheidemann. And we have horns. Do we have a media? Is that what we have? This is the fourth quarter media timeout. 70-58, Northwestern with the lead. 12-point lead, 3:52 left to go. We'll be back for the conclusion of this game right after this. concludes our final media timeout of the night, 70-58. V-Hawks needing a last run here, down by 12. As Northwestern tries to hang on and pick up the non-conference road victory. Carly Drew will inbounds for the V-Hawks. Tucker sets a screen for Hughes, who gets it up top. Gadel tries to get to the basket with her right hand, had it poked away, gets it to Drew, Drew to Tucker. Pass was almost taken away, Tucker able to gather. Shot clock down to 4, Hughes will launch a 3, and it rattles in and out. Boy, Viterbo needed that one. Rebound comes down to Kluckstall. And this is Foss all the way. Tried to get it out for a three-point shot from Wolbig. Drew able to tip it away. Possession will stay with the Red Raiders. Foss to throw in. Finds Wolbig. Wolbig with a nice shot fake and mid-range jumper. And that is good. 72-58 now. Hughes brings it across the timeline for the V-Hawks, and that one just a bad pass as it goes out of bounds. I think she was expecting Carly Drew to cut out. Instead, Carly Drew stayed in, and the pass goes out of bounds. Turnover on the V-Hawks, and we have a timeout by Northwestern, a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. The conclusion of this game, we'll have final stats for you. Get the box score up here. I was trying to keep it during the game, but the action was going way too fast for me, and I lost track. So we'll depend on the official scores down at the table to bring us the official score sheet up to us. And then we'll have an interview with Coach Scar. Looking forward to that. Probably going to be a little frustrated with tonight's performance. We'll talk to him about that, but we'll also get a chance to meet him a little bit more. He is a first-year head coach here at Viterbo, and so get to learn a little bit more about Coach Scar at the conclusion of this game. Still have 3 minutes and change left here. Viterbo trying to keep that full court pressure on. They have not got a turnover off of their press yet, and Foss is a big reason for that as she uses her quickness to get it across. Piercy able to get it on the far side. Now they get it back here. This is Wolbig. And Red Raiders going to be in no hurry to shoot here. Foss on the far wing. Tries a little give and go, able to get it inside to Kluckstall, and Kluckstall going to draw the contact and the foul. Fifth foul on Lauren Gadel, and she will be done for the night. Shayna Williamson will come in and replace her. Gadel picked up all 5 fouls in the second half. 4 of them, I believe, in the third quarter. Pretty incredible. Jenna Kluckstall's first one is up and in. And she'll get another. Second one on the way is also good. 2 for 2 at the line for Kluckstall on that trip. Hughes gets it into Tucker. Viterbo's going to have to go quickly. Tucker across the timeline. Comes this side, finds Hughes. Hughes to Drew. Drew trying to create some space. Back to Tucker. Now they get it inside. Tecco Foley, turnaround, no. Gets her own rebound, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. So Tecco Foley still working hard down on the low block. Going to draw the foul on Emily Turwey. Oh, check that. Foul's on Jenna Kluckstall. Her third. 4th team foul for the Red Raiders. Williamson. Tecco Foley now. Again, Viterbo going to have to go quick. Williamson with the shot. That was no good. Rebounded by Foss. She's going to look to go coast to coast. And turnover there. See if Coach Yaw probably not going to be happy with that turnover there. Got a 16-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Probably would have preferred they ran a little bit of clock, but instead Viterbo will get the possession back. Williamson on the far side. Runs out of spaces to move. Instead gets it to Tecco Foley. Tried the turnaround jumper. Rolls off the rim. And now we see Coach Yaw saying, let's use some clock here. And the Red Raiders oblige. Turwey off to Kluckstall. This is Wobig spinning. Gets to the lane. Nice move there. Misses the shot though. Rebound to Williamson. 3-point shot on the way by Drew. No. And that is off of the hands of Emily Turwey. And it'll stay with the V-Hawks. Minute 26 here. V-Hawks going to fall to 0-5. I'm going to talk to Coach Scar about the strength of schedule too, as they've had a rough stretch here to start the season. We'll see if that's intentional or if he just inherited that. We'll see how he feels that'll help this team down the stretch. Hughes with a shot, no. Rebound and a putback in a basket. Perla, Tecco Foley with the and one. Chloe Oth will check in for the V-Hawks. Tecco Foley try to complete the 3-point play. She's been impressive tonight. There's a lot of hard work down the low block. We'll ask Coach Scar about her as well. Shot is off. Rebound though by Williamson. The putback short. Foss across the timeline. Coach Yaw saying we're not doing anything till there's 10 on the shot clock. Foss and Wobig play a two-person game up top. Wobig with it now. Finds Piercy. She'll launch a three. Saw enough of that tonight. Shot no good. And how about Foss getting another offensive rebound for the Red Raiders? Just destroyed the V-Hawks on the offensive boards. Piercy comes up and gets it near side. Kluckstall top of the key off to Wobig, far side. 6 on the shot clock. Wobig goes to work, spin move. Shot deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Red Raiders. 2 on the shot clock. 28.7 on the game clock. Foss to throw it in. And a quick put up by Kluckstall. It misses everything, and that'll be a shot clock violation. And Coach Yaw going to be perfectly fine with that. 25 seconds. Off to Hughes. Hughes to Tecco Foley. Tecco Foley finds Tucker. Williamson will line up a three and hit. Shayna Williamson. 3-point shot, 74-63. Here's a steal in the backcourt by Off. And misses the shot though. Now we're going to get a jump ball and possession will stay with the V-Hawks. So not giving up. 6.4 seconds left. Chloe Oth able to get in there and get a steal. Keep the possession for the V-Hawks. Now she's passing in. Tecco Foley back out to Tucker. Nora Tucker for 3 long. Rebound to Foss, and that's going to do it. As the Northwestern Red Raiders erase a 7-point halftime deficit, end up coming away with a 74-63 victory. They move to 1-0 on the season. The V-Hawks fall to 0-5 as they continue to search for that first win for head coach Jordan Scar, and we will meet with him as well as get statistics for you in just a little bit. As you see the teams shaking hands, competitive game. The V-Hawks had a good first half. Red Raiders have a good second half. And the Red Raiders come out of the Beggs Gymnasium with a W. Do want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed tonight's ball game. Reminder that we will probably go to ad and then we'll come back and have the final statistics and the interview with Coach Scar. So I want to encourage you to stick around. See my technical producer there on the screen getting the final stats for me. That's no way. And he's getting the final stats for me so we can dive into those. And it looks like they might be having printer issues. Of course they would. Why wouldn't they? Anytime I'm involved, there has to be some type of technical issue. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, good. We're good to go. So no way will bring those stats up. Like I said, I tried to keep it during the game, but, man, the Red Raiders like to run and did not allow me to keep my live stats for you. But here comes No Way, and we will get those to you. And then hopefully we can get Coach Scar, if he remembers, to come on up and give a quick interview. Thank you. Let's take a look at the final stats. Northwestern ends up shooting 32% for the game. Remember, they shot 9% in the second quarter. They end up shooting 32%. They shot 56% in the third quarter. You go from shooting 9% to 56%. Leading scorer, and she led all scorers, it was Ashton Wolbig with 19 points. Allison Piercy, who caught fire in the second half, ends up with 18 for 3-point shots made. Emily Turwey had 16. Jenna Kluckstall had 10. So 4 Red Raiders in double figures for Northwestern. Kylie Foss had 5. Margot Skeideman had 4. And Jaylee Woudstra had 2. For the V-Hawks, they shoot 36.6% for the game. Actually outshot the Red Raiders. Leading the way for the V-Hawks was Perla Tecco Foley, 14 points. Also had 11 rebounds, so a double-double for Tecco Foley. 10 points for Nora Tucker. 11 points, Miss Shayna Williamson had 11 coming off the bench. 3 3-pointers for her. She was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. She finishes with 11, 10 for Nora Tucker. 7 for Lauren Gadel. 6 for Abby Ward. 4 for Marley Hughes, 3 for Cece Davis, and 2 for Carly Drew. Drew was the leading scorer for the V-Hawks coming into tonight's game, averaging 10.5 a game, and the Red Raiders hold her to 2 points. Let's look at those offensive rebounds. We talked about it all night long. 16-8 offensive rebounds in favor of the Red Raiders, as I'm watching Coach Scar walk back into the locker room, and that is not what I was hoping to see. So I'm wondering if he forgot to come up here. We'll see. 16 offensive rebounds, and they scored a lot of baskets off of those offensive rebounds. I don't see second chance points on here, but the Red Raiders did a lot of damage with those 16 offensive rebounds. They out-rebound the Viterbo V-Hawks 43-31 overall. Remember, the V-Hawks led by 1 in the rebound stats at half. They end up losing the rebound battle by 12. Northwestern went 16-20 from the free throw line, 80%, and 6-21 from the three-point line, 28.6%. For the V-Hawks, they go 4-8 at the free throw line. That's the other big discrepancy. The Red Raiders able to get to the free throw line 20 times. They made twice as many free throws as Viterbo attempted. 4 of 8 at the free throw line. And that's just from being more aggressive, driving the lane, looking to attack. 7 of 16 were the V-Hawks from the three-point line. That's good enough for 43.8%. That's a good number. Coach Scar going to probably be happy with that. 50% from the free throw line. 31-16 was the difference in that third quarter as Northwestern came out of the halftime locker room on fire. Again, shooting 56% from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point line, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, as they really took it to the V-Hawks, outscoring them by 15 there in that third quarter, and that was kind of the ball game for the V-Hawks. Still looking for Coach Scar. He is in the locker room with his team, and I'm not sure he's going to come back out. So let me send it to our commercial, and we'll come back with either an interview or signing off. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Viterbo, 74-63, your final. Northwestern with the victory. I do not see Coach Scar coming out. I'm sure that he has plenty to worry about, and getting interviewed at the end of the game is the least of his concern right now. So we will forget about the interview, and we will just sign off. I want to thank you for tuning in. My name is Nami George. I hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Have a good